Blue, what happened last time on D&D?
Try not to it, please.
What's up? What happened last time on D&D?
No. I don't remember a lot.
You can ask the audience for help.
This is going to be...
Watch the recording on 2x speed.
This is going to be a little bit out of order, but from what I remember of last session, I do know that we are back in Axfall with the Queen and back with Bobby's mum and family. And I know that we were having a large discussion on the group's plans and what we're going to do with the Door of Destiny. It was revealed that for Winona to get better, she needs to be away from the Fey Realm. And the Queen has been pushing towards perhaps maybe integrating into Bobby's world. And it caused a bit of a discussion. There were people for it and against it, but the Queen was pretty determined on this, and so we all agreed that at the very least we should go to Bobby's world and speak with the higher-ups there. And so we are currently formulating a plan in which we will go to Bobby's world, drop down, make our way to the President, Prime Minister, whoever, the top dog, and plead our case. Yeah, that's... Yeah.
All right, and Maya, you want to tell us why that's not happening?
Because we went through the door to try to enact the plan of the Queen. It didn't really go well.
Spotlight, you helped with something. How did that go?
Queen rolled a 1, so not good.
And then she died.
The Queen died. She took lethal damage from the failure of the spell, and then was killed by the explosion of the beacon that she was holding.
And then we took a tactical timeout to discuss if Niv had Revivify on hand.
Through a lucky series of rolls, we decided that Niv would be able to cast Revivify given a number of prerequisites. And can anyone make arguments as to why they deserve 1,000 experience for that?
Nope. I think I nearly broke a desk. That's all I did. Spotlight found a diamond.
I did.
When digging through some drawers.
Increase Spotlight's experience by 1,000. And Nive's by 1,000.
Gem might have helped. They have like magic. Did Bobby help? Does Bobby get 1,000 XP?
Bobby doesn't get experience
Well,
because of the conversation.
That seems a bit unfair.
That's right. For some reason, you guys gave him a silver orb.
Oh, well, that's why. Okay, never mind
then. We'll say that through the exertion of a spell that Niv doesn't quite fully know or understand, Niv's unconscious. The old queen's unconscious.
I'm not dead.
Bobby is also unconscious because of mental exertion and damage. The queen looks to the three of you that remain.
I thought she was unconscious.
The queen with a capital Q.
Oh.
Uh.
That's confusing.
The king's sister, acting queen.
Yeah. Can we like put like a little like I don't know Shadow Fighter symbol next to her name or something? Echo Fighter, that's what I meant to say.
Perfect.
That was an unideal outcome.
What happened? And she's gonna point at Spotlight.
There were big explosions.
Why are you asking me what happened?
Because you were meant to be helping.
I was helping?
So what happened?
I don't know. Something didn't go right.
Just watch over them, and then she's gonna run off.
Jem glances at Val and then to Spotlight.
I can only assume that that was not successful.
I think a pretty big indicator wasn't successful, yeah.
So Niv and old Queen are currently knocked out, yes?
Yep.
And Bob.
Okay.
Everyone with
And
a
Bob?
sleepy icon is unconscious, yeah.
Oh, and Bobby. I was just gonna like hover over them all and just double check to make sure they're all alive.
Give me a medicine check.
Can I attempt to use my connection to the already deceased to attempt to divine this?
I'll give you a +1.
Yay! Where is that's not right. Where is medicine? I should know my sheet better at this point. Yay, 5.
There you go. 5. Everyone's stable.
Cool.
They
DC was 5.
they don't look so good. Surely that magic won't have any residual effects, right?
Val finishes like checking over Niv. I would not be the correct person to ask, but they appear to be alive at least.
And they maybe they're stable. I don't.
I still feel their spirits within their bodies, so that is generally a good sign.
Wait, you feel their spirits? You know what? I'll ask you about that later. Are we just gonna leave them lying down on the ground like that?
Put them into like a CPR position where they can like auto breathe.
Yeah. Jem will come around and she'll kneel down and she'll kind of lift up the queen as if to rest her on Jem's knees.
How's the thing? How's like the beacon doing?
Give me an Arcana check.
Can I not like visually see if it is destroyed in front of me or not?
Well, you can, but I want to give you more information.
You know, I'm not going to get it though.
That's fine.
8.
It is in 1,000 pieces.
Well, I can make a good dissertation from that. Thanks, Richard.
In fact, you see the door itself is no longer active.
Are we in Bobby's world?
Nope.
Okay, good. Wait,
Yeah, the queen wouldn't have been able to go over there, so you all
Oh,
have
yeah,
to be
fair.
over here.
Did we? Does the door close when Bobby's unconscious? Do we know if that's a thing? Because it's like tied to Bobby in some way, shape or form, and it doesn't appear to be always open, right?
It does not appear to be always open to anyone that isn't that you guys. Every time you've seen it, it's been either closed but active or open and active.
So
You've
like
never seen it like this.
a week ago when we were like sleeping at home, if I looked to my right and looked at Bobby sleeping, it would be active.
Well, no, the
Yeah.
door on this side had a fixed physical space.
Sure.
The door itself could have.
Bobby around.
The door has stayed in this place, so where the
Oh,
queen
I
is.
see.
But on the other side, it
It
falls
follows
behind Bobby.
Okay,
That's
okay,
right.
okay. Understanding. So yeah, this is not not good.
All good.
Is there like a cushiony spot somewhere I can have the queen lie down?
Ouch.
Sure, there's a couch.
Or a cat.
Hey, Val? Val, right? Could you maybe help me place the queen somewhere softer?
She's a
Athletics check.
Pardon?
She's a gnome. Both of you can lift her up without athletics checks.
I have -2 strength.
All right.
You
Val
can make
lift her
athletics
up without
checks.
an athletics.
Well, I don't want to be. I don't want to like be a bother or anything. There you go.
You did it.
Yeah. I'll put a there. Jem kind of leaves Bobby and Niv lying lying on the ground
Hollow bones.
in a splayed position. She kind of just steps over them. Doo-doo-doo.
Where did the queen with an asterisk symbol go off to?
I think she went to get someone for help.
Okay.
I want to get help.
Why do we not have sending stones in this place?
She doesn't typically live here.
Well, they always have like everyone has like a 911 sending stone just in case something happens.
Wow. You think everyone's just rich?
The enchant is out the wazoo. I feel like that's not a hard thing to do.
But if the sending stone material itself only comes from Tilia, so there's a set number of them that came over when
Well,
people were
realistically, there's only two materials: sending and stone. Stones are pretty common, and sending's not that hard.
eat shit. But to be fair to me, which is, what I like to do, these aren't like the ones that you guys typically have been using weren't like exactly the sending stones that exist in the D&D world.
Sure.
We fucking homebrewed the shit out of them already.
I just want a phone, man. I want 5G. Anyway.
Valier needs shorts.
Mm-hmm. They're easy and comfy to wear.
All right. As you guys kind of sit there, hoping things to be okay, Bobby slowly comes to. And he's gonna like drag himself into a sitting position. Oh, what happened?
You
You got knocked out, buddy.
That is one way to put it.
And then he's gonna see the door inactive. What's going on with the? Is she okay? Are they okay?
Jem looks to Val.
They are okay in the sense that they are not dead, but I'm not sure where we are going to go after this. It does not appear that the spell or whatever was successful.
I was gonna walk toward the door to his world, and he's gonna like swing the door open a little bit, and the frame of the door is going to collapse in half.
And now it is even more broken.
Bobby's gonna sit down again, put his head in his hands.
Jem will kind of step over everyone and come over to Bobby, and she'll kind of give him an awkward pat on his back. They're there, buddy. They're there.
Give me a comforting check. We'll go with persuasion.
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 You're
Yeah, thanks.
welcome.
I don't think there is much that we could have done to prevent that. I've been told that magic has a certain look to it. It appears that the gods were not with us.
Thanks, Jem.
You're welcome.
That was derision. You fuck.
I'm just gonna assume you appreciate me.
The gods are your department.
What?
Yeah.
Gods?
Yeah.
I don't know if you're right about that. Is Magia very religious focused?
Well, yes, and then also you've interacted directly with a gun.
Oh, right. I don't know if they're involved in this. Yeah, I really don't know. I don't even know what door you guys are talking about anyway.
The fuck, you saw us go through it.
Yeah, I saw you step forward and vanish into non-existence.
Yeah, you know what a portal is. You know what a door is.
Yeah, I don't see no door.
Yeah, well, you don't have to see it to know it's there.
Well, I can only assume something fucked up with the door. 'Cause obviously you all got knocked out pretty hard.
All right. Val, do you have any alcohol?
Like, what was that?
Val, do you have any alcohol?
Okay, I thought that's what you said, but I wasn't sure. No. Why would you think that I have alcohol on me at all times?
Val, can you knock me back out?
No, that is not
Okay.
empty.
Right.
I can if you'd like. Would that make you feel better?
No.
All right.
Small time skip.
In the mean, can Val try to like gather up all the pieces of the what was beacon?
Sure. Give me a investigation roll.
Like trying to
Find
find
them.
find them all. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Just like the idea of you like going through trying to pick all these things up, but you just keep stepping on other ones.
What are you doing, Val?
Trying to find the pieces of the beacon or whatever is left of it.
Oh. Oh shit, the queen won't be happy to hear that. Let me help. Jem will start trying to look around, pick up pieces here and there.
Use Gem as
Give me
like
an
a
investigation, huh?
dustpan and like room.
All right, you guys pick up much of the beacon. Some of it is like atomized under Val's heavy feet. Georgia Giant's blood emerges through the front door. She has someone with her.
Old guy.
Wow.
I knew that's what we needed.
She enters the room with two, the heroine of night. Not a bald guy.
Well, he is bald.
Val? Who's the bald guy?
Do I actually know?
Yeah, history roll.
Okay, sorry, I rephrased. Do I actually remember?
Give me a history roll.
Eight.
Yes.
That's surprising.
Two is the Bedefino Lasor of the Claus Towns and Jeffrey team.
Also had a thing with Betafino Lasor, but too chicken shit to.
Is all in all a better teacher than Bedefino Lasor.
He is a teacher for one of the other teams.
Right. What other team?
There are multiple other teams besides us that are engaging in similar activities to learn and get better at becoming adventurers.
Oh, I see. I see.
You see her two sits over the old queen, and her hands begin to glow. The glow spreads throughout the old queen's body. And two keeps a very focused look on her face. Dragonborn, we figure out what happened.
It's a bit racist. There's two of us.
It was addressed at both of you.
Is it Dragonborn or Dragonborns? The plural.
I would say it's Dragonborn for plural. Dragonborn sounds wrong.
And he asked what happened, what went wrong.
Yep, that's Georgia Giantsblood, current queen of Axfall.
Well, wasn't she here for that?
She doesn't have magic.
Ah. We were attempting to cast a spell that would merge the doors of our world and the one beyond the door leading to Bobby's home. The spell did not work, evidently, and numerous members of our party and the Queen were knocked out.
I'm trying to heal her, but there's damage to her body and there's damage to her mind. I can't exactly reverse what's happened inside the mind here.
That is understandable.
No, that's not understandable. That's my mother.
I don't feel good about this situation either, but unless you have a solution to this problem that I am not seeing,
Fine. Heal her as best that you can, and I will look for someone else that can do better. And George is going to storm off again.
Jesus. What's up her ass?
her mother nearly died.
Well, she was kind of mean to us.
Oh,
wasn't she?
yeah. We'll do it. That'll probably do it.
Grief blinds people.
But
She
she
will
was
come
like
to
that
in this
before.
moment. Mm.
It's royalty, you know? You can't always predict how they're gonna, behave.
Respect your queen, girls. He says.
Oh. I thought that, and Jem's kind of like pointing to the old queen. Okay. All right. No, I get it now.
If these royals weren't so lighthearted, they could make you regret saying things like that.
Well, yeah, that's why I said it. She was gone.
Yeah,
You're
that's
right.
like, they wouldn't
I
do a very good
apologize.
Queen.
She was kind of like picking fragments of magical beacon device out of the old queen and healing after every successful removal.
Every 6 seconds when their action's available again.
That's right.
People handle grief differently. I would not judge one person based on their low moments.
She shouldn't be grieving just yet. There's still hope.
What happened to your friend? What's going on with them?
How's Niv doing?
Spotlight, you know that Niv is okay. They're just exhausted and a little physically damaged.
Mm,
Do we know if they have the same mind block problem that the Queen has? No asterisk.
Wait, was that in character?
Two asked the group, and Spotlight knows the answer.
Wait, what did two ask?
What happened to Niv?
Oh, same thing that happened to the other two.
The same thing?
I think. No?
No.
I don't know.
Niv is exhausted after casting Revivify when they didn't quite know it.
And I know that.
Rash.
You rolled a 15 on the medicine check, so that you could make a pretty educated guess on that.
I think Niv tried to use a spell that she hadn't done before.
What spell was that?
Revivify?
wait. Niv knows Revivify?
Apparently.
But isn't she like a ranger? Or was she a druid? I don't know. Is she both? I think she's both.
Ranger Druid Monk?
Uh,
I don't remember if there were any points in Monk or not.
I think there are.
I think
I don't
there are.
understand this distinction that you will all make about different jobs. Druid, ranger, monk. It never made sense to me.
Well, Nidon has a chance because of the actions of Niv. So maybe it'd be best if you got her off the floor.
she looks pretty comfy to me.
Who are you?
Oh, apologies. My name is Tumbling Gemstones, and I'm not from here. I'm from Magia. Originally.
I know many Kenku, and you are far and away the worst.
Wow.
Why is everyone being so mean to everyone?
Oh, okay.
Because they asked you guys to respect Niv's body a little bit more. And Gemstone was like, fuck that.
Hey, Niv wouldn't do the same for me.
And two has two Kenku on their team that are both very competent.
Oh, well.
So seeing a bad Kenku kind of, it's like, oh, damn. I thought all these people were
You suck.
amazing.
It's
Too
so
bad.
funny you say that, actually.
Oh, that wasn't in character.
No, her
my.
saying that I was the worst.
Well, here, can you clear off a table and put Niv on it?
Will do. How is this like candles and stuff here?
Yeah,
Fucking whoop.
you whoop the candles.
One arm just go all the way across. And you'll pick up Niv and place her on the table.
I'll get to her next, but I need to make sure I've done everything I can do to the queen.
That would be sensible. Nivetris is merely exhausted.
Niv actually seems a lot more likable in this state.
I'm glad you have time to make jokes at a time like this.
Oh, yeah, that was a joke. I have to admit this is kind of out of my area of expertise.
Kind of awkwardly listen around as two slowly does their work.
Val's gonna go sit on the floor near the table. Just gonna cross his legs and start glowing.
All right. We'll have a bit of a time skip. Let me know if anything happens within like 30 minutes.
Gemma sits around bored. Within like the time skip of 30 minutes, she's probably around pacing, looking at things, watching people.
After about 30 minutes, two people enter the room. Betafina Lister and Crack They Whistle.
Val, wake up, buddy. Gem will kind of like tickle Val's nose with one of her feathers. Val, wakey wakey.
The flames will die down and Val will open his eyes.
Welcome back. Got some new arrivals. I recognize one of them.
That would be beneficial. And Val will get up.
Sensing the new arrivals, 2 says she's absolutely peppered with this stuff, outcome of a failed spell of some sort. Benefino walks up to Niv.
Yes, Richard roleplay.
Val's just going to be glaring at Benefito the entire time.
Jem looks between Val and his eyes on Benefino.
Spotlight's glaring. I bet if you know.
Jem will look at Spotlight, then back at Benefino. Yeesh.
What of it, Dragonborn?
Who was that? Sorry, Richard.
Benefino,
Okay.
one you're staring at.
There's another one?
I'm very confused.
Benefino.
You are both
you guys
staring
both
at
said that
Benefino.
You're staring at him intently.
Yeah, and Benefino replied saying, "What of it, Dragonborn?" Like plural.
Yeah, plural
What?
Dragonborn.
What?
Why are you staring at him?
That's a stupid response to someone staring at you.
Yeah, they're confronting you.
Just looks away, doesn't say anything.
Okay.
He'll finish looking Niv over and then stare back at Val.
Where were you?
It's making sure those that were frozen were fixed, saved.
Hmm. Was it peaceful? A quick errand to run?
No, there was nothing quick about it.
Good.
It took days.
Well, that's a relief.
Nemesis died.
Well, she's alive now.
And gods know why. But she died. Out there. In the Feywild. Killed in an instant. No blood. No scream. Gone.
Well, you know, that's what they do in the Feywild. They die.
Oh. That's what they do. Hmm? Who are we then? Who are
What do
we
you
to
think Eric and Roland are? Do those names even mean anything to you?
It amazes me how you can be so non-caring about this.
Uncaring, because it gets easier with every one you lose.
And everything has to be easy.
No. Doesn't have to be easy.
But you want it to be easy.
I
You would
didn't want
prefer for
anything
it
to
to be
happen
easy.
to you kids.
You didn't.
I offered to send help with you. But you didn't listen to me.
What help could have done against that thing would amaze me if they could actually help. If Nephthys was not wounded in battle, she died in an instant.
Give me a persuasion roll.
Why is it next perception? That's always going to annoy me. 4.
Oh, Valkyr, did it make you feel inadequate?
But you're a terrible teacher.
Two will stand up and turn around and say, Betafino, that is enough.
Val's gonna start glowing.
Oh shit.
Cracked egg, take over. And then she's going to get in between the two of you.
Would you like me to show you how it made me feel?
You don't know anything about what I've seen or what I've been through. You're still just a kid. The point of this is so you learn.
I have learned so much from you, haven't I?
Well, it seems like you have more that you need to learn.
So now you get to play the teacher.
Yeah, maybe I have played around with you enough.
Il von Krug ist das Wort hier. Spotlight's going to catch all of that as you piece of, and it kind of trails off into various unhealthy words.
Spotlight kind of agrees, so doesn't really say anything.
Betafino will walk away.
Val will just exhale, and the glow will slowly die down as the temperature returns to the room.
Hey, Miss Two. Yes, Bobby. Do you have anything to drink? No, Bobby. Okay.
I was just gonna like look around. Uh, uh, apologies.
One of us needed to do it.
I'm going to go outside and heat up. As Val will walk out the back door.
Mm.
He watches
Gemma.
as cracked egg continues the healing.
Gem is looking at the wall like it's the most interesting thing in the world, pretending she wasn't just watching and listening to that as if it were a show.
All right. We'll take a 10-minute break there, just because I need to do a little bit more housework regularly. To put the laundry on. Hopefully, Aaron will be back soon.
100.
Playing Gem, especially in these situations. It's like the best course of my character's actions is to just be silent, not interfere. be the greatest, you could be the best. The King Kong banging on your chest. You could be the world, you could be the war. You could set the crowd for banging at the door. They're in the Hall of Fame. Yeah. When the world can know your name. Yeah. Till you burn with a best flame. I cannot believe I make a scene. Stepping out of my up in limousine. I'm turning heads and I'm stopping traffic. When I pose, I scream, and when I joke, they laugh. I've got a pair of eyes that they're getting lost in. They're hypnotized by the way I'm walking. I got 'em dazzled like a stage magician. When I point, they look, and when I talk, they listen well. Do 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 do. I'll be right back. Cause it's breakdown. I'll be right back. I am Buck. I hear. Mm.
Quinn still hasn't come down yet.
Quinn having a nap?
I think they're washing their hands or taking a shower. I can't tell.
I see. Is Mai here?
Yeah, man.
Hey Mai, what inspired you to create Val and play with Val?
That's a good question. Okay. Well, initially, I kind of had the idea for Val way back. He's kind of an homage to an old character of mine that never got to really flourish. Because the campaign that he was in got cut short.
Oh,
It's kind of a mix of two, actually. It's like the class was taken from one character, and the personality and what would have been race was taken from another. Because he was meant to originally be a Leonin, but those don't exist in this one. So,
yeah,
Dragon.
Richard. Shaking my
Damn.
head.
Yeah, I guess we'll only do book things now. So no winged Kenku either.
Oh,
Got him.
Haha.
you bet. No. Sorry, Richard. I'm joking, but if you don't like it when I call you like yeah, if I say like yeah bitch or yeah bitch,
No, that's fine. Prince, I'm not at that chair anymore. You can't sit on me anymore. You no longer have that option.
Let him sit on ya.
He legitimately cannot sit on me. Don't stop him from asking. Here, you want to say something to the group? Did you hear that?
No.
I hear him. I hear little merps in the background.
Yeah, he's a good cat.
Good kitty. I love cats. I would die for
had-
cats.
I've had 50 people read up through chapter 20 so far.
Woo,
Oh, you can see that information. Right.
woo, 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 woo.
This is on a different platform. I didn't tell anyone about this platform just because I
What?
don't want anyone reviewing it and stuff.
What? Oh my gosh, man.
It's on Royal Road.
I've never heard of that before in my life.
It's where authors generally get found from, is what my editor told me. It's where you build a fan base.
Sorry.
Yeah, Amazon doesn't tell me shit. It doesn't even accurately tell me like how many people have purchased it.
Mm.
Nice.
I even have a 5-star review from someone in America, and I have no idea who this person is.
Probably Matt. Or, even better, it's not Matt. And it's a random person.
I don't think it's Matt.
How do you know?
'Cause I don't think Matt would leave a review.
Or did they write stuff out?
Yeah.
Well, what'd they say?
A great read. Couldn't put it down. I love the characters and their development, and I love how there's a story within the story that you slowly get pieced together on what happened to cause the whole thing. Can't wait for the next book.
You.
It was very nice. No idea who it is though.
I love people that actually read books. That just enjoy reading books and can read books, especially new ones
Yeah, I know.
by new
I'm not
authors.
one.
I know,
I'm
me
not
neither.
one of those people. I'm looking at this Royal Road platform, and it's like I wouldn't read any of these people's books.
I know, right? It's like it takes me a lot to actually get into a book and read it. So, like, I really respect people that like actively read books as like a hobby, a pastime that they do.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Oh fuck! Sorry.
Jesus Christ.
Sorry. I'm
What
sorry. I'm
the
sorry. I'm
hell?
sorry. I'm sorry.
Rick, did you get that?
No.
Oh, Rick got that.
No.
So my, if you
no.
want to
We
get
got
a
it,
couple
boss.
thousand experience.
No.
We got it, boss.
No, wait.
It's about an hour and a half into the recording, Mike.
Wait, no. No.
That's against my code, Richard. Don't worry. You're safe, boy.
Yeah, that'll be my XP if anything.
And I don't clip things.
Yeah, why would you just have a random clip of me burping just in?
For experiments.
I love my cat Annabelle. I love her. Hi Annabelle. Annabelle, I love you. Hi Merp. Hello, baby. Oh, so sleepy. I love Annabelle, but she doesn't really meow. So fat. I love her. Oh, the bookseller.
The what?
Nothing. I thought I'd play like a day or two of Stardew in the break. And there's a bookseller in town.
All right. Well, I messaged Aaron and I messaged Quinn.
Aaron's online currently, so that's positive.
I think Aaron's been online this whole time.
Oh, never mind. They gave me
His computer is on. He left it on when he left, and then when he joined from his phone and disconnected, he disconnected from Discord. I think his computer is still just sitting there on.
I do that sometimes. Sometimes I have a game open, it's just like in the loading screen of the game, and I just forget, and I'm just doing something else. So thank you for love. I would already have you in the know. I used to follow your tricks, so feel like this, but probably won't. You think you're cooler than me? Mm-hmm. 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 You wear 'em around like you're cooler than me. Hey, have found any good music lately? Or new music?
I haven't.
Oh, was that for the crowd? Are they talking Richard?
You, my.
Yeah, don't be offended, Maya. I just know a little bit more about music than you do.
That's fair.
Wait, did you hear the question, Mai?
I did, but I didn't know who you were connecting it at.
I said my. Okay.
Did I? Okay, maybe I didn't catch it.
No, it's okay. Yeah.
I want to go see Snarky Puppy live in concerts. They were in Sydney. That was fun.
Ooh,
Yeah, they also did a workshop at the con that my friend went to. So that was neat.
nice. Wait, when did you go to this con?
Must have been 2 weeks ago.
Hmm.
Was it Thursday? Oh, actually, do you remember the date now? 27th of March. So yeah, that would have been sometime a couple weeks ago. Maybe they check the tic-tac on the phone. Yeah, that was cool. They're in Australia for the Byron Bay Jazz Festival, so they stopped by Sydney and Melbourne and Brisbane and stuff to play some shows.
All the states over this side.
Hmm.
I noticed that they never do concerts in places like Perth, which understandably because it's Perth, but
I think part of it is like location, convenience, and two, it's also venues.
yeah. There's a lot of nothing up there. Chicago, I feel it. Another version of me, I was in it. I say goodbye to the end of beginning. I wave goodbye to the end of beginning. And then I'm back in Chicago. I feel it. Some other version of me. I was in there. Wave goodbye to the end of beginning. Look the city at the man. You take the man out of the. And then I'm back in Chicago. I feel it. Another version of me. I was in. I wave goodbye to the end of beginning. Chicago, I feel it. Another version.
One second, gonna go check on Quinn.
No worries.
Well, it's official. We're down 2, so I think we're gonna have to call it.
Oh, is Aaron not coming?
Aaron's not here. Quinn's not coming back. Got a headache and need to rest, so I am going to stop recording.